Well, hi, I want to show you guys how to make my yummy tacos, meatless tacos actually. So we're going to jump right in. I have a skillet on medium high heat, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in red pepper, bell pepper, and a little diced onions. All of it is diced actually. And I'm going to put those measurements in the description below. I kind of freestyled this and came up with this recipe off the top of my head, and then I redid it so that I could record it for you guys because it was so yummy. So I'm gonna sear those, and I like to sear them for a little bit. You know, I don't like to take all the bite out of the vegetables. I like to leave a little bite in there, so I sear them until they're kind of tender, I guess. So brown rice is boiling in a pot right next to it. Get those done simultaneously. I also have my black beans. They have been cooking for about 4 hours at this point in the crock pot on low. And so now I'm going to turn my heat down to a simmer, maybe low heat obviously, and then I'm going to add about 4 ladles full of the black beans. And you're going to turn that heat down low because to a simmer, because you just want your beans to stay very pretty and intact. You want them to stay whole. You don't want it to be kind of a refried bean kind of texture. You want it to be nice and whole and hearty so that you don't miss the meat. For me personally, because this was my first time going this long without eating meat, I decided I just want to feel some texture in there. So turning that heat down low will keep your beans from getting all mushy and yucky. And then you're going to add that bag of brown rice. And I got the minute brown rice because this was one of those nights I just wanted to get dinner on the table pretty quickly. So if you guys know of healthier brown rice, please let me know. And I also add the seasoning. So I used taco seasoning, I used red cayenne pepper, and I used pink Himalayan salt. Those were all the seasonings that I decided to use for this particular meal. Those have been my go-tos lately as well. And I had to switch skillets here because I was making a mess. So as you can see, I had to switch pots there because the more I stirred, the more of a mess I was making. You can see that it's a little pasty here. I added that pink Himalayan salt to the beans and the rice, which made it suck all the moisture out of the skillet. So what I decided to do, I added some of the juice from those black beans that I cooked the black beans in the crock pot. Added about 2 ladles full of that, and I went ahead and stirred it in. You don't want to add too much because of course it's taco filling, not soup. So try to just make sure that it moves around well, but we don't want it to be too wet and mushy, right? So I try to incorporate all of that pretty well, mix it well, and then I added some diced tomatoes from a can, which would have been about an equivalent of half of a small tomato. And I also added some minced garlic that I had in the fridge too, just for more flavor. And I stirred that on in and made sure everything just was mixed really well. We want flavor in each bite. We don't want half of the skillet, to be flavorful, and some bites are missing that. So I incorporated it all really well. Of course, you can choose to dress your taco however you like. I chose to keep it simple with a little kale and avocado. So should you choose to give it a try, inbox me and let me know how it went. But this is the end result. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, as always, peace and blessings.